Hi everyone, welcome to Adventures with Raven and Rowley. I'm Raven and this is Rowley. We're converting a cargo trailer into a tiny home. Right now we live in a fifth wheel, full time. Last week I talked about the modifications I made to the interior of the cargo trailer. This week will be something a little bit different. I will talk about the what ifs, about traveling alone, and what's waking me in the middle of the night. If you're curious, please join us on this journey and continue to watch. Have you ever talked about something for years and finally the time comes to do the do or get off the pot? I've been talking about traveling America for years. I even left my sticks and bricks. 1,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, dining room, living room, you know, the whole deal. The American dream house. I purchased a 35-foot Class A and drove across the country. Unfortunately, I didn't see much of anything. I just drove. And I bought a cargo trailer to convert before I purchased the fifth wheel that we are currently living in full time. Still haven't traveled though. But other than driving directly, without sightseeing across country, bringing that 35-foot Class A, I haven't traveled yet. It's been years and I haven't traveled yet. It's getting close to that time for me. A lot of people tell me I'm brave, that I'm an inspiration. I thank you for letting me know that. I want to inspire people to not waste time. There just really isn't a whole heck of a lot of it, and you never know when it's gone until it's gone, you know. I took care of people my whole life. I wanted to please them. I wanted to say and do everything the right thing. Never seemed to be able to do that. I'm looking at my mortality and I'm determined not to waste what's left of it. I want you, all of you, no matter how young or old, to get out and do it now. Follow your dreams, overcome your fears, drop the slave-inducing American dream and go for your own dreams, okay? Okay, so here I am, 78 years old. You'd figured I'd done it all by now, right? I have fears too. I am scared shitless now that it's time to do the do and stop talking about it. I use you to inspire me to keep going. I have to keep showing up or explain why I'm not showing up or why I'm not doing it. I just can't drop out, you know? I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to ask myself these questions. What am I going to do about mail? If I'm receiving packages, how am I going to get them if I'm moving every 2 weeks? If I go out with the women's caravan, for instance, and move every 2 weeks. Well, there are mail forwarders, you know, and Walmart and Amazon will ship to any town. UPS stores, anywhere, you know. The post office will do general delivery, you know. I knew the answer to that before I asked the question. I'll say to myself, I'll be too cold or too hot. It was 39 degrees this morning. Now, mind you, what was it, a month ago? It was 113. It's cold. It's really cold. I mean, 39 degrees may not be cold where you're at, but it is cold to me. After 113, okay? But, you know, I can put a sweater on. I can take a sweater off. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm worried about that. I could always, you know, turn the ignition, move to a warmer location. But it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. Then I asked myself, is it crazy to move out of a comfortable home? This is a very comfortable fifth wheel. And that I can afford this and to go live in a cargo trailer. I say yes. It's crazy. Yes, it's crazy. I will keep the fifth wheel. I've been thinking I will stay out, put the fifth wheel in storage and go traveling for a year. Is a year too long? Maybe. Maybe I'll get out there after a week and say, okay, enough of this for this month, but I don't know, until I get out there and do that. Then I ask myself, should I keep paying lot rent on this place and just go for the joy of traveling for a week at a time, once a month? Well, I had thought that I would go out for a year and then I could save like crazy, pay off my bills, and then when I do get back, after the year is over, I won't have any extra bills and I will definitely be able to afford to stay here. But I don't know. I mean, suppose I go out once for a week, if I forget something, I can always drive back to get it. Or it doesn't matter, it's only a week. If I go out for a year, well, do I drive back to get something, or do I buy it new, or give it up and try something else? And then if I do drive back, do I bring the trailer or just park it somewhere and hope that it's there when I get back? And what if someone steals the trailer? What if someone steals the car? Or both, What if I just can't work with the hitch? Maybe I still haven't tried to hook it up yet, but, I look out and I see young and old people, all sizes of rigs, hooking up their hitches just as nice as can be. Now, I learned how to drive. I know that I know how to hook up a hitch. I just haven't done it yet. So, nebulous fears. But it was 4 o'clock in the morning, What if I get stuck somewhere because of the weather or the whatever, These what ifs were driving me crazy, So I started making lists of things that I have to do, things that are bothering me, and seeing what I can learn about them to alleviate these fears. By this time, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. And then I said to myself, well, suppose I get out there and the cost of gas and repairs and this and that and the other, and I really can't save any money. I want to pay off the bills within a year and see stuff at the same time. Is the seeing stuff really important? I mean, is it really important to see the Milky Way? To me, it is. And actually, I was looking this morning at information about Death Valley, because that's supposed to be some of the clearest night sky in my area. I think it's important. I figure anyway, the bills that get paid if I live, whether I'm pay them off in a year or pay them off in 10 years, they'll get paid. And if I don't pay them off and I die, well, they'll get written off by the company. Sorry to say, but that's really where it is. I don't have a financial legacy like most people. There will always be bills. I have to remind myself, there will always be bills. There's insurance, car insurance for one, or registration, for another, lot rent, whatever. There's going to be bills. Can I just, and then I ask myself, can I live within the confines of my fifth wheel in this park, in this town, and settle down? I'm 78 years old and a half. My daughter reminded me that I'll soon be 80. I said, what? That was shocking. That was really shocking. But can I live? I mean, can I settle down? I don't think I will. I think that if I do that, if I just give this dream up and just stay here and be like everybody else, I think I'll live to regret it. I think I'll live to regret it if I don't get out and try. I think I would die faster of boredom and stagnation. And then I asked myself, oh, Raven, Aren't you kind of old to be doing this kind of thing? After all, your mind may be 35, but, you know, the rest of you ain't. You know. But I asked myself, well, if not now, when am I going to do this? And how much time do I have left to do this? I mean, I might get lucky and live to be 135. I mean, with the medical, the way it is these days, and my genetics and stuff like that, I just might make 135. I mean, why not, you know? So in that case, when? If not now, when? Because if I don't go past 80, if not now, when, right? I do have to remember that I'm not physically young, and I have to take that into consideration. My body isn't what it used to be, which is unfortunate, because when I was 18, when I was 35, when I was 45, and then of course the cargo trailer doesn't have any windows right now. Windows are expensive, unbelievably expensive. So I will be living without windows for a while. Am I going to become claustrophobic? Probably. The sun is coming up by this time, you know, I'm asking this question. I say to myself, well, I can open the doors, you know, let the sun in. I open the doors now. Right now, in this fifth wheel, most of the place is covered, the windows are covered with curtains and blinds of some sort, and I never, ever, ever, ever open them, except the one right here and the one next over the bed, so that Rowley can lay on the bed and look out the window. I keep the Venetian blind half height, so I can't see out of it, but he lays on the bed, he can see the world, you know. I don't know why I'm so worried about claustrophobia. And then I said, will this really be fun, or is this just my imagination playing games with me, you know? I mean, I look at YouTube videos and they look great. They look like a lot of fun. I think I'd be having fun. Probably not all of the time. I mean, who laughs all day long, you know? But that's life. You look for fun and you'll find it. If you don't look for fun, you won't find it. That's all there is to it. So I figure I need to get out there and go look for some fun. And then I'm an introvert, okay? Okay, I may look like an extrovert sitting here talking to you on YouTube, but I'm talking to a camera, you know. I don't have a person across from me saying, making smiley faces or slouching their shoulders or crossing their legs or anything like that. And I want to know, will I finally learn how to act around people? Should I just honor my introvertness and just say, you know, stay away from people? Should I try again and say the wrong thing again? You know, I always get the feeling that I'm saying the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong people. Do I know enough to fix my problems, or even recognize that I have a problem while I'm on the road? Yeah, well, probably not. And maybe. There'll always be people to ask how they handle things. And there are libraries and YouTube and Google, you know. So, you know, and then I think, can I possibly know enough to feel comfortable? I figure definitely not. There is too much of too many things to know. Let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, I think I was like 6th grade, 5th grade. So it would put me about 12, 13, something like that. I decided that I was going to read the entire 136th Street Library. And when I realized, and I tried, I went from the first book on the A row, I don't know, I think I got around to E or F or somewhere up in there. And then I skipped over to the Westerns, because I realized they had like sections, and then I found sci-fi and fantasy, and realized that they all were in different sections in alphabetical order. And at some point there, and I spent weeks doing that, mind you, I realized that I couldn't read it all. People were writing stories and publishing every day of the week, and they hadn't even reached the 136th Street Library. And people were checking books out and checking and bringing books back. So I didn't know which ones went out, which ones came back, you know, that kind of thing. If I sat and did nothing else but read, no sleeping, no eating, or even if I speed read, which I used to be able to do very well, I still read fast, there was no way to read it all. It was just impossible. I also found that in all of those books, a lot of those books, there was a lot of repetition. A lot of people were writing about the same thing and repeating each other's stuff, just like they do on the internet. You know, it's rare to come across something really new. I never did read the entire library. Actually, what happened was I got caught. They got a new librarian, and she realized that I was there every day when I should have been in school. I think I did that for about 6 months. And some of the other librarians used to give me some of their lunch, you know, stuff like that, and they didn't care. I guess they figured I was getting an education no matter what, you know. But this one did, and she told me to get the heck out during the day. So I went back to school, and I found they were teaching exactly the same thing they were teaching when I left. My overall answers and reminders to myself: yes, it can be fun. It's already fun, actually, because I'm learning new stuff about stuff and about myself. And I figure I'll figure it out. Answers will come in time, and usually as soon as I figure out what question to ask. What ifs don't usually happen. I mean, they do sometimes, but not often. Most times, what ifs just don't happen. And no, I can't know enough. I can't learn enough. And no, I can't know it all. So now I think it's time to use that pot and get out and do it all. The Rowley report. I found that Rowley, I had to take a really deep look at myself, and what Rowley has been doing is just getting daily. He was getting worse and worse and worse. I found that Rowley was acting out because of me, my nerves, my indecisiveness, and my fears. I had started saying no a lot. He probably thought I was barking with him, you know, so let's do some more. I stopped saying no and started praising his good stuff when he would leave it, or when he was quiet, you know, that kind of a thing. I would just tell him he was just such a sweet boy, such a good boy, which he is, of course. And he's becoming a gentleman again. I tell you, I love this dog. He's over here. I love this dog. He's a good boy. What? Hmm? Okay. Okay. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and thanks for your support. If you'd like to help us get on the road, see the links below. And please share my video and subscribe to Adventures with Raven and Rowley. Also, booping the like button. I have allergies, I'm sorry. Booping the like button and ringing the notification bell would be good too. See you next Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Take care of you and yours, and blessed be.